This is NJ, your host on this channel, continuing our discussion on understanding the planetary placements in different zodiac signs. In this video, we will have our discussion on the most impressionable planet, the planet of discriminatory intelligence, the most likable planet, which is the planet Mercury. So definitely guys, you must have understood the gist of this whole playlist. Over here, we are not having our discussion on the way planetary results have been explained in the classical text. Definitely, it has been mentioned as per that in which zodiac sign planet with its attributes is going to be giving the best results. So if Venus represents unconditional love, definitely Venus, if it is going to be placed in the Taurus, in the Libra, in the Pisces, it will behave best. If Saturn represents your attitude towards service, towards hard work, so if Saturn is going to be placed in the Libra, in the Capricorn, in the Aquarius, it is going to be behaving to the best of its capabilities. But just because whatsoever planetary alignment you have got in this lifetime, it has got a specific reason attached to it. So rather than crying foul play that why I have got Saturn in the Leo and my neighbor has got Saturn placed in the Libra, it all comes down to how you can make best use of what you have got in order to achieve what you are capable of. So yes guys, in this whole playlist, do not look at it with a biased mindset. All what I'm trying to do is that rather than the predictive part, take this playlist as a kind of a counseling, that are you making use of your planetary alignments with the right approach, with the right attitude or not. And definitely guys, there are like certain planets which might not be that chiefly important on our day-to-day basis, but when it comes down to Mercury, definitely you cannot survive without Mercury, because Mercury represents your intelligence, how you manage things, how you multitask things. Any event, anything happen, like the way, for example, if an accident happen, so the optimistic will break it down to such an extent that, oh, it could have been worse, God saved us. And a pessimist will look at the same situation, I am always unfortunate, why I keep on getting into problem. So again guys, it's Mercury only which is operating through these two people. But again guys, in this playlist and in this video, we'll be focusing more on the chief attribute of Mercury, so which has to do with your communication and most importantly regarding your business acumen. Whenever it comes down to looking at the planetary placements for someone to be a successful entrepreneur, someone to be a very good business person, all what we have to do is that we have to study how is Mercury operating. And again guys, because Mercury which represents intelligence, Mercury which in a way tells about the way your mind function, in which direction your mind think. So that is the only reason in this playlist I will be not explaining results as per the classical text, that I will be making certain signs bit biased or obstruction causing and certain signs to be giving good results. All what is needed is, if you have got some planetary alignments, there is a certain reason attached to it, and are you actually working, operating as per the demand or need of the hour of your planetary placement in the zodiac sign or not. So okay guys, let's just start our discussion. So let's say for example, if you have your Mercury placed in the Aries sign. So guys, to begin with, this is a kind of a planetary alignment which expects you to be proactive in any given situation. Guys, try to understand this thing. Saturn in Aries could be a different scenario altogether, because Saturn is a very slow moving planet, but Mercury is very quick. Mercury is very impressionable. Mercury could be changeable as well, which could suddenly fluctuate and change its mind as well. So if you have your Mercury placed in the Aries, you have to be proactive in any given situation. Like the way guys, it will not be an exaggeration to say this thing that you have to act first. Planning, strategy making, everything can happen. It's just because that if other factors in your chart is well supportive, then we would say that this is a kind of a planetary alignment which expect or demand that sort of quick thinking, quick action, out of you. And second thing is that, guys, like generally this is a specific kind of alignment where watching all that motivational videos and motivational videos plays a very pivotal role, because definitely, guys, it's the Mercury only, it's the intelligence only which drives maximum of our behavior, which rules majority of our aspirations and the attached actions to it, the attached enthusiasm to it. So I would say that no other planetary zodiac sign placement get as much as benefited watching all that motivational content out there as much someone with Mercury in the Aries could get benefited. So yes, guys, that is what I would say. And definitely if you are in that line of work where quick action, quick decision making is needed, then this is a specific alignment which can actually help you to do something very good in your line of work. And definitely, guys, because whenever it comes down to the Aries, Mars or Mercury, there is a lot of energy of references, resources, brotherhood, give and take of favors and all. So I would say that it could be a good placement only if you are quick to act in any given situation. And also, guys, even if you have to kind of design your advertising or business strategy and all, so it has to be someone who is the first one, who is there to help you out, who is there to protect you, who is a solution provider, on whom you can bank upon, you can trust. So that sort of approach, mindset, business tactics is needed for someone who has got Mercury placed in the Aries. Now, guys, moving ahead. Now, let's say, for example, if you have your Mercury placed in the Taurus sign. So, guys, one thing is for sure that this is a kind of a alignment which wants or demands you to be kind of little bit frugal as well. Your mindset should be very kind of driven towards strongly staying attached to your core values, because this is the kind of alignment where if you are gonna compromise on your core values, this might not prove to be very supportive for you. And again, guys, in this kind of alignment, because the energy of Taurus is very practical, it's very fixed, it's very earth oriented. So that also tells about that if you are operating with this mindset that it's like that person is my family member, or that person is my distant acquaintance and not, so those kind of ethics and morals in the business might not give you the good results. Mercury in the Taurus could actually make someone very ruthless when it comes down to your business ethics and your business tactics as well. There is nothing wrong in that. This is not that kind of alignment which can take someone towards a biasness, towards unscrupulous means. This is a kind of a placement which wants you to be hardcore professional, hardcore driven towards the core values. And yes, guys, generally it has been seen that whenever it comes down to the Mercury's placement in the Taurus, I have seen that placement in the chart of all those people who are like top in the game, in the investment banking, foreign investments and all, or who end up becoming the or reaching the top of the positions of the banks and all, in the banking, in the finance field and all. So this can be seen as a good placement only if you know how to stay firm in your core values. Moving ahead, guys, now for all those people who have got Mercury placed in the Gemini sign. So guys, this is a kind of a placement where word of mouth plays a very pivotal role. Like rather, I would say that no matter in which capacity you are operating in the business, the core way of understanding that how your business is functioning is that when people start talking about you, when people start talking about your product, about your services. So that is the kind of enthusiasm, curiosity which you need to create out of your services, out of your work. Word of mouth, marketing, advertising, projecting yourself, and kind of coming across as someone who is a very bankable person, who can be trusted, who can be reached out for any of the guidance, any of the help. So that is how, if you're gonna market yourself, project yourself, this sort of business tactics and ethics can actually take you to the heights in your professional life, in your professional aspiration. So yes guys, when it comes down to Mercury's placement in the Gemini, these are among those people who could be very skilled, who could be very opportunistic as well. They are very quick to act. They could multitask. They could kind of juggle with different businesses, different business aspiration as well. But the good part and the core understanding of this playlist and this video is that if you have got your Mercury placed in the Gemini, never ever underestimate the power of marketing, the power of the word of mouth. Moving ahead guys, now for all those people who have got Mercury placed in the Cancer sign. So guys, this is a kind of a placement where it is very important that in whichever capacity, if you can serve the basic needs of your customers, this is a kind of a placement where serving and targeting the sentimental needs of your audience becomes very important. So again guys, it hardly matters what exactly is the product which you are developing, what sort of services are you offering, does it touch the sentimental core values of your audience or not? Like the way guys, we say this thing that one way of looking at the art is that you could be just creating something which is very filled with aesthetics, good embellishment and high-end detail to the art. But let's say for example, with the same level of art, if you would attach some sentimental value as well, which is serving a specific cause, which is serving the emotional sentimental needs of a specific community, of a specific target audience, that is how you can do very well. So yes guys, this is all what I have to say over here, is that rather than getting biased that just because your Mercury is placed in Cancer, you might get into the tug of war between your logics, between your emotions and all of that. All of that is a matter of the past. We are living in 2023. Everyone is very smart. Everyone is very realistic and practical. What is needed out of you or out of your business aspiration, your business tactics is that how you can serve the need or sentimental need of your audience, of the market, if you are in any of the capacity operating on in any businesses. Moving ahead guys, now let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the Leo. So again guys, when it comes down to Leo, somehow we attach the original Kalpurush Kundli's 5th house energy, and definitely guys, if Cancer or the 4th house has got everything to do with your sentiments, with the peace, with the contentment, 5th house or the Leo has got everything to do with the happiness. There's a lot of adventure streak attached over there. So let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the Leo, so whatsoever you are operating, a degree and sense of freshness is needed over there, a degree and sense of royalty, regality, a sense of adventure, happiness. And the most important thing is that guys, like the way whenever it comes down to looking at a chart, that could you be a good astrologer, could you be a good advisor? So for that we always have to look at the 5th house, because 5th house also tells about your capacity to give good advice to someone. Guys, if I were to share my own chart, in my chart there are like 4 planets kind of making a Saraswati yoga. All the 4 benefic planets are placed in the 11th house and they give aspect to the 5th house of mine. And even in my D9 chart, like 3 planets, important planets for someone to be in astrology, Saturn, Mercury, Jupiter, they all are placed in the 5th house. So the point which I'm trying to say over here is that if your Mercury is placed in the Leo, so your business tactics, your business promotion, the way you think, you have to always come across as someone where you are solving the problem of someone, of your audience, of people, or something to do with the happiness attached over there, larger than life. If that is the kind of mindset with which you will operate in your business, this could give you very good results. Now guys, moving ahead, now let's say for example, if you have your Mercury placed in the Virgo. So guys, this is a kind of a typical placement where we generally advise that the daily needs becomes very important, because like the way we have discussed so far, Mercury in the Cancer might have to serve on the sentimental needs. Mercury being in the Leo might have to do with solving the problem, counseling, or giving happiness, or larger than life kind of kind of portrayal of your business. But when it comes down to Mercury in the Virgo, you have to be very realistic, you have to be very practical. And like the way guys, we say this thing that in different businesses there are different way of operating. They are like those businesses in specifically in the luxury segment and luxury market. So all what matters is that dealing with the niche clientele, and that is how you operate. But this is a kind of a business, or this is a kind of a placement where the daily needs, even you have to realize the value of each drop which goes in the pot, each drop. So that is how if you will operate, like giving attention to detail, being very meticulous, and the core values and daily needs of your client, serving to that, kind of assisting over there, becoming a kind of a person to be bank upon when you are in any of the trouble, could be seen as the best way of utilizing the energy of the Mercury being placed in the Virgo. Moving ahead guys, now let's say for example if your Mercury is going to be placed in the Libra. So guys, as you know this thing that whenever it comes down to Libra, there is a degree and sense of friendliness, networking, sort of embellishment, decorative embellishment side which comes into play. So definitely how you advertise yourself, how you market yourself, how well you are connected within the business where you are operating. Like I would say guys, that Mercury in the Libra is not that competitive. Competitiveness is generally the attribute of the Mars, where it can make you very competitive, or to an extent this could be in the Aquarius as well. But Libra has got everything to do with the balance. It has got everything to do with taking everyone together and accommodating everyone, every need. So I would say that rather than being competitive in any given situation, how well you can project yourself, how well you are connected with within the business where you are operating, all of that will become very important. And also guys, like the way we say this thing that with Mercury in the Libra, having something to do with your signature style becomes very important. Like if you remember, this guy Salt Bay, so he has this signature style. So same way in any of the business you are operating, there has to be some degree and sense of that unique flair of style attached to your business offering. This could be in your logo, this could be in your marketing material, this could be the way you design your services. All of that will be a lot will be needed in your business ethos and tactics and all, if you want to get the best use out of this placement of Mercury in your case. Now guys, let's say for example if your Mercury is placed in the Scorpio. So guys, being an astrologer, I do not want to say this thing, but when it comes down to like all those people in whichsoever capacity you are operating, like this could be whether you are a small time hustler, or whether this could be you are a big business magnate, but where the business has been built on so many compromises or so many of the underhanded activities, some shady deals made with the government and all of that. So in short, what I'm trying to say over here is that with Mercury placed in the Scorpio, life will definitely put you in those situations that whether you want it or not, you cannot survive or function standing firm on your virtues or on your morals or on your values. In many of the cases where I have done a study on people who have been involved in any sort of criminal activities and all, in many cases you will find some sort of connection of Mercury in the Scorpio. Definitely whenever it comes down to all these kind of actions and all, people say this thing that it's the Rahu only, it's the afflicted Saturn only, but trust me, Mercury in the Scorpio is the chief planet responsible for that. Mercury, even if it is debilitated, it will make you kind of little bit naive as well, but Mercury in the Scorpio holds this capacity. So do not be in this mindset that being firm on your ethics or on your virtues, on your morals is gonna help you in your business execution. Second thing is that guys, remaining kind of secretive remains very important. So whatsoever you are projecting, you are planning, do not reveal it unless and until you are not completely through with it, or you're not gonna execute the whole plan. keep it under wraps. And one more thing guys, being researchful and doing a thorough research in whichever industry you are operating will become very, very important. Moving ahead guys, now let's say for example, for all those people who have got their Mercury placed in the Sagittarius. So guys, definitely Sagittarius is generally considered as a guiding factor. It's like I remember that the Hermit card in the tarot. So this is how the Mercury in the Sagittarius operate, that in whichever capacity you are operating your business, your communication should work in this way, that how you are guiding your audience, how you are kind of inspiring your target audience in order to consume your product or take your services. So again guys, this is how you should be operating. You should not be only looking at the nitty-gritty of the business, just serving the daily needs, which could be a portfolio or forte of Mercury in the Virgo, Mercury in the Gemini, or Mercury in the Cancer. Just because you have got Mercury placed in the Sagittarius, you have to be the guiding light where people are looking up to you. People are getting inspired the way you talk, the way you behave, the way your business operates, like kind of acting out as an inspiration. And again guys, when it comes down to Mercury being placed in the Sagittarius, we always recommend this thing, that there has to be a counselor or a guide in your life, in whichever capacity you are operating. Do not be in this mindset that I know all kind of mindset will not function well when you have got your Mercury placed in the Sagittarius. So Mercury being a planet responsible for your business success is demanding that there has to be a guide, there has to be a guru, there has to be an expert who is all the time guiding you before taking important decision. Now guys, for all those people who have got Mercury placed in the Capricorn, so guys, as you know this thing, that Capricorn has got everything to do with the power and the authority. And look at it in this way, that Mercury is your business manager. What it wants now, it is asking you that there has to be someone who knows how to manage things or how to execute things. Again guys, like the way we say this thing, that in this whole discussion, the way we are looking at things is that Mercury in the Gemini could make you a multitasker. Mercury in the Leo could make you self-sufficient person. Now when it comes down to Mercury being in the Capricorn, Capricorn Aquarius is an energy which is being ruled by the planet Saturn, which has everything to do with this service. So that in itself tells about that no matter in which capacity you are operating, be in this mindset that there has to be some sort of power concentrated over you, above you, and you have to abide by the terms which and the instructions which are coming to you. So let's say for example, even if you are like in a partnership kind of business setting, so and if you think that your partner is more competent in certain strategic areas, so kind of very in a very meek way or in a very polite, obedient way, take the instructions as it is, as you are receiving from someone. Like the way we say this thing, and we advise in lot many businesses, that no matter how good you are, but hire a good CEO and take the decision from that person. So hire someone who is more proficient and work as per the instructions which you are receiving. So Mercury in Leo could make you the authority signing figure, but Mercury in the Capricorn demands the instructions to be coming from someone more empowered, more authoritative, with good intention for you, and then you abiding by and executing the work or the job. But again guys, Mercury in the Capricorn is a good indication for doing something substantial in the society, in the community, where your business might be, or your services, or you could be a power weight in the industry where you are operating. Now guys, if you have your Mercury placed in the Aquarius, so guys, as you know this thing, that Aquarius is a sign which is being ruled by the planet Saturn. Saturn, which could become as firm as it could be when it is placed in the Capricorn, but Saturn in the Aquarius just wants to serve. Saturn in the Aquarius can give you highest of the titles, could make you an innovator as well, and it has got everything to do with the humanitarian work as well. So guys, in your business ethics, in your marketing, in your business dealing and setup, how innovative you are from the competitors will become very important. How fastly and quickly you are changing with the trend in the change in the technology will become very important. And also guys, whenever it comes down to Mercury being placed in the Aquarius, being fair, being a solution provider, being the voice and a person who could be well reached and who is very well connected with the common man will become very important for all those people who have got Mercury placed in the Aquarius. But guys, the takeaway of this placement is that you have to be very fair in your dealing. And let's say for example there are like certain alignments where even if you have to bend down your offer, your pricing just to serve someone who is in dire need, so that sort of approach and mindset will definitely take you higher in your professional life, because guys, as you know this thing that in lot many businesses there are like certain amendments, there are like certain provisions where if someone cannot afford your fees or where someone is in dire need, how you can be flexible in order to serve to that cause. So all that mindset will be very much needed and it will be very rewarding in the long term as well, because again guys, whenever it comes down to the highest of the titles, highest of the position and a command and hold in the masses, Aquarius, Libra plays a very important role. So yes guys, fairness in your business ethics and dealing, association with some important cause, and being the voice of the common man, being there for the common man. If this is how you're gonna design your business, this will take you very high in the life. Mercury in the Leo might make you as someone who is very unique or someone who is very larger than life, but Mercury in the Aquarius is one amongst you, amongst the common man. That is how you should design yourself. Now guys, let's say for example if your Mercury is placed in the Pisces, so guys, this is a kind of a placement which demands that rather than putting all of your savings in your business, always look forward to some sort of investors, how you can align other person's interest as per your business offering, and how you can convince other person to invest in your dream, invest in your idea. So again guys, people have this wrong notion that when it comes down to observing the Mercury in the Pisces, that oh my god, you cannot do very well in business, you cannot survive in business. You could survive in business, you could do good in business only when you are convincing other people to invest their money in your idea, in your business aspiration. Definitely guys, for business to work there are other entities as well. How Mercury is placed in the Navamsa, how well it is supported. Let's say for example your Mercury is placed in the Pisces, but it is placed in the 3rd house, in the 6th house, or in the 10th house, 11th house. It is conjunct with Venus, it is conjunct with Jupiter, it is conjunct with Saturn. So there is a lot of alignment which goes into play. But yes, there are two things which I want to recommend over here is that if you have got your Mercury placed in the Pisces, looking out for the investors to invest in your dream project idea. And whenever you get time doing some charities and all for some important causes, it's just like that. When it comes down to guys, Pisces energy, it has got something to do with the nature or the third power, things which are beyond our control. Like the way if you have to make a distinction between the 8th house Scorpio or the 12th house and Pisces, the difference only lies that 8th house energy or Scorpio connected mysticism could be controlled, but when it comes down to 12th house or the Piscean energy, it's the nature only, other dimension only who gets more empowered. And the only way you can honor them, make peace with them is through charities or through being grateful or being regular with your prayers. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for the placement of Mercury in different zodiac signs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.